Hi guys, welcome to the Team Black Sheep call for the 9th of May. Today's aim is to sort of discuss 2B mindset, how we're going to sort of integrate it into our business, everything we're going to plan for this coming month with our sort of customers and everything. And then we're going to talk a little bit about what else we've got coming up. So this is sort of a team leader meeting and a planning meeting at the same time. So first of all, yeah, I think I've only really, I don't know about you guys, but I've only just started promoting it really now that I know a bit more about it. It's been really difficult to sort of talk about it without knowing what it's all about. So we've actually got a group, Cindy, that's set up just for us. So I know Brian is using mainly Milan's group, but we've got like a UK group that you're free to join and use for your customers if you so wish. And the idea, I think, is that we're just taking it at a bit of a slower pace, but we'll also plan to run it like over here in the UK. We have Slimming World, which is huge, and they have sort of meetings that you attend. And our sort of idea is that we're going to run virtual meetings on Zoom where people can sort of come each week at a set time, do a weigh-in, and then sort of each week we're going to have a topic that we can discuss and help people, you know, if they've had good weeks, bad weeks, discuss why and so on. And it's just like an extra support system that we're going to provide. So that's our sort of plan group-wise with that. And obviously there'll be daily posts and sharing like there is in other groups as well. But we're just adding a little bit more with that. So for me, I've got a few notes of what I thought we could sort of do. And we discussed like next week being starting week. But I would use the first week, I don't know what you guys think, as like an education week. So yes, they'll start it, but we'll really sort of make sure they'll watch the videos, make sure they sort of do the homework, do the research. I mean, I don't know if you've got customers that have already got it, Kirsty, but I haven't sold any yet. I've been holding off until I know. So
I've got, hold on, 4. I've got 5 that are going to on Monday.
Right.
So they've ordered and they've been looking at the videos, and I think they kind of get the general gist of what it's all about. But okay. I think if the first week's like an info week, I think that's good because we can lead them in slowly, can't we? And kind of maybe put a post on Sunday encouraging people to, during the first week, ask questions if they're not sure about certain things when they're starting it.
Yeah, well, I think that's the thing. It's not a rush. It's not like we've not got a deadline. There's no sort of, 3 weeks results or whatever. It's endless. So I don't think we really need to be sort of panicking. People can join, get involved whenever, because that sort of education week will be up regardless. And you can always say, well, if you refer back to that first week, and maybe we could label it that, in each post, or so, I don't know, so people can sort of refer back to it easy.
So each day we could education day 1, education day 2, kind of do a week.
Yeah, maybe we could put together like a little plan that we can use to really just help people. Like those pictures that were floating about in the other group was really good, which sort of shows the plate setups. So that we can use those and things like that, just to sort of anything that visually makes it easier for people to understand.
I mean, we could maybe do like, a couple of posts where, one of us, we could have maybe each day one of us make something from the recipe book.
Yeah.
So how easy it is to do.
Yeah, I think something like that would be a good idea. And we, each sort of plan where we can, really show them different bits and bobs from it all. That was my first point. Next, the weekly weigh-ins. I can't quite put a name to it, so I thought the name guru will be able to think of a name, because it needs to be like a virtual meeting.
Yeah. So are we thinking weekly weigh-ins or daily weigh-ins, or like weekly? Okay, like a summary of the daily the weigh-ins, or
yes, yeah.
Okay.
So basically, what Slimming World does, where you come in each week and you say, you know, how many pounds you've gained, how many you've, and they don't actually have to share their weight that way as well, because I've set up a chart. I don't know whether you looked at it or not, but I've set up a chart where we can put in our customers their starting weight, their goal weight, and then each week they can say what they've lost or gained, and then we can track it for them as well. And that way we're sort of, we can follow the pattern and path and see what's going on and where we can help them tweak and what have you. And it'll just be a support system.
I think it's better that first few weeks they're going to be working out what good weight loss are for them and days that aren't weight loss. So rounding it up over a week is probably a better way to do it.
Yeah, and it's less intimidating, isn't it, in a way? I mean, they'll know what their good days and bad days are, and we can encourage them to talk about that in the weekly meetings.
But also as a general average difference in weight as well, and I think that always works out well. So some people don't want to announce how much they weigh, so some people might want to say, I've lost 2 pounds this week, might have lost 4 pounds, or the option is to get the average of 7 days of the weigh-ins and just to show what they've lost in a week. So you've got a few options going on there.
Yeah, but that's also really good for us, because that way we can say, our customers have lost however many pounds this week, and it'll be a nice way to sort of promote it and build more interest and what have you.
You might have to do a tutorial on how you use the Google Drive and stuff for us.
I'll do that. I can show you on here, to be honest. It's quite easy to do.
It's just drag and drop, to be fair. It's just on the cloud, and you just copy one file to another file.
Yeah.
You can tell I'm not techie at all.
But in the long run, it will be so beneficial, because you'll just have it all there. It's all. I've set it up for a year already, and you can just input it each week.
So I just sign up Google Drive with the information you've given me, and it'll be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've put in some pictures. I've put in that chart that Milan put together, and we can just build up a catalogue of information that we can use and share between us all. Useful stuff. So I just thought it'd be handy to have. And then you can also add that email to your phone, and then we've got a group email if ever we need it for any reason.
So what are the login details?
So the login details is tobehomefit@gmail.com, and then the password is Team Black Sheep.
All lowercase.
Capital T.
Okay. Thank you.
And that should just log you straight in. You'll have access there. And then again, you can add bits, and whenever you wish, like Tack said, you just can drag and drop, or in it you can just add, that easy. So it'll just be a really nice way of us keeping track of everything. And say if one of us isn't there for a meeting, the other one can just do it and add to it really easy, rather than, it sort of becoming a problem.
I'll get the hang of with questions if I don't.
Yeah. So what we'll need to do once we start these meetings, did we say Sunday evening we want to do it, maybe?
Sunday evening's best for me.
And what time, 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock? Or, I mean, it's fitting in with people around kids' bedtimes and stuff like that.
Yeah. I'd say maybe 8 o'clock, because I'd say maybe people don't want to do too late on a Sunday night before work the next day.
8 p.m. meeting.
We can always manoeuvre it if lots of people are coming back and saying that doesn't suit us.
Yeah, we can be flexible. So an 8 p.m. meeting. Got any ideas for names of the meeting? Just, I mean, what do they call it? Do they call it a meeting? Slimming World.
They call it a weigh-in.
Well, should we call it a virtual weigh-in?
I don't know if we call it a weigh-in, if it's going to scare some people into not wanting to come on.
Okay.
I don't know whether to call it something where I don't know, something along the lines of the fact it's like an informal virtual meeting for us to touch base once a week. I don't know how we put words.
Okay. I'll call it a virtual meeting for now.
Okay.
We can, brainstorm that.
Okay.
And whether we want to do one this Sunday or start it the following, we could just do a introductory one this Sunday or something like that, which people can jump on or not if they want, because obviously there won't really be any weigh-ins, because I don't want people to be sharing the beginning weight unless they want to,
Yeah. I mean, if we didn't want to have everyone jump in, we could do like just a live chat or something on the Sunday, introducing ourselves and what we're doing.
Yeah. And then the other thing I think we need is rewards or awards or recognition, sort of maybe set one day a week where we do that and just sort of recognize someone that's either lost weight or, engaged a lot or posted a lot or, done some wicked meals or anything, and that will just create a little bit of buzz and a little bit of interaction maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And that should be, maybe we want to do it on a Friday or something like that, and have recognition Friday or...
Yeah.
And I don't know.
What kind of things are you thinking of in terms of like the prizes or the recognition type thing? What, like a post on a post or something, or were you thinking of like a physical prize?
Well, I mean, we could have prizes when people hit certain goals at some point. Like we could get a T-shirt made that you achieve for, losing so much. I mean, that's down the road. But I'm just trying to sort of think of cool ideas to make it stand out for people. We can easily get a 2B T-shirt, vest, cap, whatever.
Can we and do it that way? And let's do like kind of weekly recognition and then a main prize once a month.
Yeah, something like that could be really good. And then we're not forking out loads of money as well. But I think, the way they do, you see all the awards at Slimming World, and you get like the star of the week or something like that. I think that's good, but I don't necessarily think it should all be about weight loss.
Yeah, it should be about making it, not necessarily just...
Yeah. And it should involve sort of people, like I said, who've made the effort. I mean, I want to say something like star of the week, but it sounds too kiddish. But you know what I mean? Something like that each week where you can say like.
What about someone saying something like I don't know if it sounds good, but something like motivator of the week or someone.
You could say loser of the week.
Tack would say that every week.
The biggest loser, isn't it?
So something like that where we can,
like weekly champion.
Yeah, champion's a good one. I'll jot that down.
Because then we're typecasting why they're getting it. We're just saying they're the champion of the week. They've done.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that's good. I like champion. And then, of course, with that, we can sort of run with it, promote it, and encourage people to sort of. I just think with something like that, it encourages them to get involved more and to really sort of put the effort in keep on track because there's something there at the end to be sort of. Everyone likes a little bit of recognition, don't they? It's true. So just offering it there on the table for people to achieve is a good thing. And then if we award it on a Friday, on a Sunday, then we can sort of announce it each week as well in the core, just as a bit of extra, you know. And that's it really. That's what I've jotted down. Is there anything else you thought we need to sort of discuss regarding 2B?
No, not really. I suppose that's what the first week's post be then. Are we just going to follow the format of the challenge group guide and do it that way, or are we going to do it slightly differently in the first week?
Yeah, I mean, some like motivational stuff, you mean? You know, like they do. The Beachbody haven't provided anything like that, have they?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, it's
in the
2B
coach office.
challenge group guide.
Ah, right, okay. I haven't even looked at that, to be honest. I mean, that's swamped with everything else.
It's the posts that I've been putting on this week are all from that, the like the week before. So I think it's probably quite a good format to follow. I don't mind putting the posts on.
Okay.
But I was going to say maybe on Sunday, if maybe you go live and talk about what we're going to do and talk about Zoom and explain all of that. If we put that in a post, it's going to be too long, isn't it? People will just skip past it.
Okay, so this Sunday, Zoom regarding how we're going to run. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, virtual meeting. Yeah,
I think also the first week as well, it's worth reiterating what this program is about, because I think there's still a little bit of ambiguity with a lot of what people understand this to be. So just to refresh everything, saying, you know, it's all about the relationship with food. It's not about the quantity. It's about eating more of the right things, thinking about the percentages of like food to water and the FCCs and things like that. So I think it's well worth just re-establishing that message across to everyone, just because I think a lot of people were kind of thinking, right, what is this about? You know, it's about my mindset, but what do I actually have to do? What tools are provided for me to be successful at it? So I think that's really important for me anyway, because I think a lot of people might be thinking, oh, what is this? You know, it's another plan. How is it going to work? That sort of thing. So I think during the first week, it might be worth just reiterating what that's about.
Okay.
Yeah, totally agree. It might be worth talking about that on Sunday as well, kind of going back through everything that they need to be thinking of for the week ahead. I think that's a good idea, Tat.
Yeah. Well, if we do a call on Sunday, we can either do a call or a live, whichever you think. But maybe if you want to take that tack and cover that, what it is, you know, the relationship, because I think you explained it quite well there.
Yeah, you did.
So, call it Tech Explains It All. I like that. So,
I think maybe if we kind of do it, I suppose we can do it either way, Zoom or live. I'm just thinking then at some point that week we need to kind of talk about Zoom, don't we? Put a post on saying, this is what it is, download it onto your phone.
Yeah.
You know, because some people won't know what it is.
No.
Maybe pin it to the top of the page, you know, alongside, you know, what this page is all about, and just put the same link anyway, for people to click on same time every week. So it's there for people.
Yeah. Okay.
Chris, can I get you to do that then? Will you like pin it to the top? And then we can talk about it on Sunday, can't we? So people then know where to go.
Yeah, so I'll do an information post about the group, and with the Zoom.
I'll just keep scheduling the post to keep going on.
Okay. Okay. And then I'll put together a bit of a image thing which we can use each week to, like, for the champion or whatever, and we can, like, I've got an app that we can use and we can put their face on, or if they want, or something quirky like what they do with Slimming World type thing. But because it's more virtual, it can be more personalised as well, which I think would be quite cool.
Yeah.
And then I think that's roughly it.
I think if we're just really active in that first week, we just post things each day on, each one of us kind of keeps posting whatever we're cooking, or, something that we found that's good in the supermarket, or, just random things really.
Yeah.
Just to hopefully get people engaging a bit.
I think it's just general motivation, isn't it? Just to keep the page alive, keep it buzzing, just keep posting and just keep it active and sharing things and things like that. And I think that's what's really going to engage a lot of people, rather than just standard posts every day. Let's try and post lots of different things to keep it going so that people can keep going to it. Let's make their phones buzz, with stuff.
Definitely. Well, that's it. If like one post goes on from the challenge, group each day in the morning, then, a couple of us are posting during the day as well. It'll just keep it like you say, the momentum going, and it'll probably encourage a few people to talk about it and post themselves eventually, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah.
Totally different subject, but what are we doing about the 2B home fit? Are we kind of gonna post more on?
Yeah, I think we need to do a similar sort of thing. So with that, I don't know whether we need to use Beachbody posts, or do you think we could? I mean, we could use the generic group one if you so wish, but I don't know if it needs it every day.
No. I think it's just as long as, maybe if we think about maybe having a row of, who's going to post, or unless we all kind of probably need to post at least every few days, something that we're doing, or a motivational post or something.
Or we could have like a weekly host.
Yeah.
If you so wished, and swap it about each week. Or we just sort of say, each of us are going to post 2 or 3 times a week, whether it's sort of motivational post about our workout, post about our food. If we're posting, say, at least 3 times a week on one thing or another, I think there'll be enough content in there. And then I think we also need to announce like what we've got going on most of the time. Shakeology recipes, maybe, because everyone in there probably, if they're not on Shakeology, they've at least tried it. So Shakeology recipes, and anything like that. I mean, the Beachbody's blog posts are quite good that we could just copy and paste into there.
Yeah, they had a good one about vegetables, the best, if you don't like vegetables, the best dishes, and just random things that are good.
So they're an easy post to keep that group sort of full of content, and it's just going to be one of those where I think we just encourage people to share their workouts and what they're doing. Maybe we could do like a weekly check-in with everyone or something like that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Maybe I don't know, on a Sunday or on a Friday, just say what workout you've been doing this week, and
a weekly recap or something like that. And
and if we've got any new ones coming up and stuff, because what we'll probably do, like, we finish Extreme, don't we, Tack, on Sunday?
Sunday, yeah.
So I guess maybe we should put a post in there saying that, if to move over to the new group for whatever new workout they're doing. Yeah. I'll do the same in my 21-day fix one as well. I think it finishes in another week.
Yeah.
And are we moving them all into that one group then?
Well, I don't know. It's whether we want to keep separate groups. Like HT Obsession, we need to keep separate, but do we need to keep 21 Day Fix, 21 Day Fix Extreme? Do we want to keep them as separate groups? We're going to put them all together.
Yeah. Do you have anyone on the original 21 Day Fix that is progressing to 21 Day Fix Extreme?
I'm not sure if they're going to progress to Fix Extreme. I think a couple of them are going to do 21 Day Fix again.
Okay, well, keep that one going then, the original one. There's no point posting in 21 Day Fix Extreme because it's just another group to manage. It's just something else for us to do. We're all busy enough. Yeah. And we'll put a post for the people in Extreme to move over to Be Home Fit. And then, that's one less thing to do then. And then anyone that wants to progress from 21 Day Fix to doing Extreme, then we can just post it into Be Home Fit as well. We can just include everything on there. And that way we've got greater interaction between everyone on that particular page.
Can I weigh in for 1 second?
Yeah.
Just on that thought. I'm not part of your groups over there, and that's fine. I would keep everybody together because, like Tack was saying, it's so overwhelming with all the different groups to manage all of them. I'm like an admin in 2 different places, and then I'm participating in another, and it's really overwhelming. And then you find like you're not really giving it all. Also, people don't usually, I know, Christy, you're like an exercise queen. People don't usually go from 21 Day Fix to 21 Day Fix Extreme, because if you listen to Autumn, she will tell you that 21 Day Fix Extreme is actually, they think it's like the hardest of all workouts that they have. I personally think like the Shaun T workouts, like max, is insane. I'm like too old for that one, but I think it's encouraging for people to see, oh yeah, this person started with 21 Day Fix Extreme or 21 Day Fix, and then they moved on. You don't have to stay with 21 Day forever. Mm-hmm. And the more people you have in your group, the more likely you're going to have interaction. And literally that's the hardest thing to get going, is the interaction. It's painful. We have a group here. Nobody says a word. So that's my 2 cents on your group.
I appreciate that.
Just trying to help you.
Yeah.
No,
But
good idea. Thanks.
You're welcome to be a part of all our groups, by the way, if you wish. If you're in enough groups, I totally understand.
I'll go in and I'll look and I'll listen and I'll be there, but I'm barely able to keep up with where I am.
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
cool.
I do have a separate group for my 80-day obsession group. That one I have a separate group for. Everybody else is just mixed in together, and it's old people and people who don't even buy anything anymore, and it's all just one big mess of people. But you never know when someone's going to come back in, so just keep them engaged and keep giving them something that's worthwhile for them to check in.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That sounds good.
Cool. Well, I'll do a post then for the Extreme web page and get everyone transferred over if they want. And I'll just invite them if they want to join. That's fine. If they want to come out, that's fine as well.
Let's call it a graduation post, and they can, once they've completed it, we'll congratulate them, graduate them, and announce them into to Be Home Fit or something like that, and be like, so and so has just completed 21 Day Fix Extreme. Please welcome to the group and congratulate them on their success or something like that. And that'd be a nice way of breaking them into a new group and making it seem like they've achieved something and now they're part of this like new all-encompassing group, whatever. I think that's good. Let's see if I wrote anything else. Yeah, that's pretty much all I had written down. Home Fit challenge groups. The only other thing is, are we planning on getting people to sort of, once we've got these people into Home Fit next week, are we wanting to like say we've got a new program starting? If you want to get involved, like I've got Melissa starting Gamma next week, which I might get involved in as well. because I can't do body beasts at the minute. And maybe we can, see if we can get some people doing that or something else.
I was thinking of doing the 3-week yoga retreat.
Okay.
So I finished the stream at the end of this week. I'll probably do next week. I'll focus more on 2B mindset, and I might chuck in a few random workouts. But the week after, I was thinking of doing a yoga retreat for a couple of reasons. One, because I've never done it. I've always avoided it because I just didn't think it was my thing. So I've decided I should go out of my comfort zone. But two, I think it's quite good to offer that. Particularly, you might find some from the 2B mindset that want to join in that aren't a big fan of extreme exercise, but they might fancy doing a bit of yoga.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that the week after next, so we could announce that on the group.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, I'll find that.
I can't guarantee I won't do 3 weeks of yoga and not decide I want to do something else.
Well, no.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And then we've got coming up, we've also got the coaching sneak peek. So maybe we can start looking at that towards the end of next week. And then it will be the last weekend of the month. I mean, obviously we ran one before. I can edit that group because I think we're all in it, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can edit that group and really we can push for that end of the month and see if we can get some interest. But I don't know if I've really got anyone new, but if I leave the people that are in it last time and they see it again, it might prompt them,
Yeah, I've got to put in it. I mean, are we going to go along the route as well of if some people maybe just want to focus on coach for 2B mindset rather than Beachbody, or are we going to lump it all in together? Or
yeah, we can do 2B mindset. We can do it all at once. We can really incorporate it all together.
Yeah, so some might go for wanting to be a coach for 2B mindset. Some may go for wanting to be a coach for Beachbody. It kind of opens it up a bit, really.
Yeah, it depends how we want to do. Because the way I'd love to see it in the future with 2B mindset is people hosting them at houses or or even online themselves, virtual, like what we're going to be doing. Yeah. And they can run their own business from our sort of template.
Yeah.
And we can offer them that. We can offer them the training support. They can use all the stuff that we use in their own private 2B groups,
I think it works well for some people. I think you will find. I mean, years ago, because I did Slimming World for my first 3 stone, I got a group for Slimming World, being a leader. It wasn't really for me, if I'm honest. It was a bit like joining a cult, but this could be very different for people. You might find some people really like 2B mindset and they would really fancy being a coach doing that.
Yeah, well, that's it. And the fact that you could do it from your own home will encourage people as well, compared to sort of having to go to these Slimming World things and meet people. But it'd be nice if we could just create the same, but virtually, and people will get to know each other and build friendships from it and stuff like that. It'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's no reason why if they start posting more. If they're posting, they'll get to know each other, won't they, even by doing that? So yeah. I think it'll be good.
Yeah, so I think that's really what we need to encourage in that 2B group is, a community rather than just a, daily post. I think people need to get to know each other a little bit. And maybe that's another thing we should do, is encourage people to do an introduction post, but maybe not the first week. Maybe like a week or 2 in.
Yeah.
Once they've all become a little bit comfortable with it all and stuff. and then get people to sort of introduce themselves, and simple stuff like a bit like what Milan did in her group, where it's sort of like say something about yourself. You know, you can share your family, kids, job, your goals from 2B Mindset, and something quirky about yourself, you know, and something like that, just so it's light, fun, and engaging.
Yeah, that sounds good. We can all put posts on now and again as well, can't we? Encouraging people to, you know, answer a question. We can, like you say, a post on about the Shakeology we've had in the morning, and what would your favourite flavours be, or what's your favourite breakfast, you know, what recipe have you really liked, you know, things like that.
Yeah, that sounds good. So, yeah, where are we up to now? I think, should we end it there? We've been about 40 minutes. I don't know if there's anything else you want to cover at all.
No, I think that's the main things. I think the priority was about the 2B Mindset. We needed to get going with it, to be honest, and obviously it's launched and just need to plan. And I think we've got one at the moment, so going to start on Sunday. And
have you guys watched all the videos yet?
I've watched some of them. Yeah, I've watched the grocery aisle one. Obviously, the first introduction, getting started, understanding proteins, carbs, FFCs, things like that. But the rest of them, not quite just yet. I haven't watched all of the recipes either.
No,
some of them.
I'm much the same, but I mean, it sounds pretty simple to me because I've kind of done like food groups before, but I think for anyone that doesn't know that, you know, that have just done Slimming World, it's going to be quite educational, sort of understanding like different food groups.
I think it'll be a big change for some people. It's good because it is, I think it's very simplistic. So once you understand it, it's fine. But yeah, to change people's mindsets, if they have done other ones before, it'll probably take a while for people to feel okay with getting on the scales every day and not weighing them, measuring their food. And, you know, I think we'll have a few weeks of people struggling with that, and then they'll get used to it.
Yeah. My only, I mean, I've not asked on her group yet, but it is very low carb. That's my only concern.
Do you know what under it with your weight loss, because you can track it? I should ask really, because you can track what you're eating. If people find that their carbs are not enough, I guess then you would think about putting another one in and track how it affects your weight loss. Well,
that's what I presume. I mean, I'm not so bad if I can have one other carb other than what she says, which I normally have about, afternoon.
Cooking block carbs, Chris.
I am at the minute. So, although I'm 3 pounds down since 2B, so I'm doing all right.
Yeah, you're doing really well. I think it's personal. It's like a personal choice. If you feel you need that extra carb, I don't see why you couldn't put it in and then track how it affects your weight. If you're still losing weight, then it shouldn't be an issue, really, should it?
Yeah, that's how I see and understand it. But yeah, it's just a bit different. But like you said, we'll just get used to it, and we can tweak it and run it how we want and encourage people. You know, as long as people are happy and seeing, you know, heading towards the right goal and what have you, then it's all good.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll end it there unless there's any other questions or thoughts or anything we need to add. No? Okay. Thank you everyone for taking your time and being here, and see you all next week. Bye.
Cheers, guys.